Coming up on today's episode of Airborne-Unlimited, CAF pilot racks up 1,000 plus B-29 flight hours. Storms cause airplane pileup at Denton Airport. FAA plays it safe, extends flight restrictions into Haitian capital. Welcome to Airborne Unlimited. I'm your host, Holland Blee. Let's get into today's stories. CAF pilot racks up 1,000 plus B-29 flight hours. CAF's Colonel Mark Novak has accumulated more than 1,000 flight hours in the two remaining airworthy B-29 Superfortress aircraft, Fifi and DOC, a feat that has not been accomplished in at least 65 years. Colonel Novak has been a member of the CAF for more than 30 years and began flying Fifi in 2012 as second-in-command. 1 year later, he upgraded to pilot-in-command and flew the aircraft until 2022, accumulating a total of 320 hours. In the year since, he has flown Fifi on test flights and tour stops to get to 331 total hours. In 2016, he was recruited to fly the second B-29 that had undergone restoration, DOC, owned by DOC's Friends, Inc. in Wichita, Kansas. The following year, Novak was named chief pilot for DOC's Friends as DOC began flying its touring program, and since then, Novak has logged about 670 hours in DOC. Novak was a career pilot in the Air Force after graduating in 1984 from the U.S. Air Force Academy in Colorado Springs. He's flown T-37 and T-38 aircraft at Vance AFB near Enid, Oklahoma. Colonel Novak retired as an eval pilot in the KC-135R with the Lincoln, Nebraska Air National Guard after 27.5 years of service. After the break, FAA shares plans to accelerate commercial aircraft certification.
It's time to upgrade your power plant to the first FAA-certified clean sheet engine design in over 60 years. Delta Hawk's jet fuel-powered liquid-cooled turbocharged engine produces turbine performance at 40% better fuel efficiency of typical reciprocating engines, while also achieving exceptional reliability and significant reduction in cost of ownership. Reserve your engine package today at deltahawk.com.
Welcome back. Now let's take a trip around the patch for some shorter stories. FAA shares plans to accelerate commercial aircraft certification. The FAA seems just as fed up with the delays plaguing U.S. commercial aircraft manufacturers. The agency announced that plans are in the works to speed the certification process of new airliners while aligning the U.S. with international standards. The FAA hopes to finalize proposals by December that would, quote, modernize certain certification standards for transport category airplanes and propulsion systems, end quote, indicating that the changes would aim to reduce the number of, quote, exemptions, special conditions, and equivalent level of safety findings required during the certification process. GMR adds more Bell 429s to HEMS fleet. Bell Textron announced that Global Medical Response signed a purchase agreement for 7 Bell 429 aircraft with options for an additional 8. GMR remains the world's largest operator of Bell helicopters in the helicopter emergency response service business. The company has 381 operational bases in all 50 U.S. states and internationally. The Bell 429 is built for rapid response with Basics Pro intuitive flight displays, and its wide clamshell doors provide ample space for HEMS operators. The twin-engine Helo cruises at 150 knots. Rural Texas Town Commission denies residents helipad permit. In a contentious meeting that went to nearly midnight, the Planning and Zoning Commission of the town of Double Oak, Texas, voted unanimously to deny a special use permit for a property owner to install a helipad on their property. The vote was held after more than 80 resident NIMBYs voiced their opposition to a neighbor's wish to have a helipad about 12 miles north of DFW. Before the vote, there were emotional testimonies and heated debate over noise, property rights, and community values. World War II pilot John "Lucky" Luckadoo flies west at 103. The Commemorative Air Force announced that longtime friend and hero of World War II, John "Lucky" Luckadoo, flew west on August 2nd at age 103. Lucky was the last surviving B-29 bomber pilot from the World War II 100th Bomb Group, known as the Bloody 100th. Luckadoo joined the Army Air Corps shortly after the Pearl Harbor attack. 2 years later, he had his wings as a multi-engine pilot and was assigned to the renowned 8th Air Force in England. While there, he flew the B-29 Flying Fortress with the unit that suffered staggering losses in combat that earned them their nickname. That's it for today's trip around the patch. Let's get back to the rest of the news. Storms cause airplane pileup at Denton Airport. On Friday, September 5th, Texas pilots learned the hard way exactly how important it is to use tie-downs, with one plane being flipped by 75-mile-per-hour wind gusts and coming to rest on another. Several planes and hangars were damaged in the storms, but fortunately no injuries were reported. The Denton Fire Department says that at least one aircraft at Denton Enterprise Airport was flipped entirely onto another, while several others sustained substantial damage. The force of the winds also caved in a hangar wall. Officials shared photos on social media showing the plane pile, later confirming that gusts peaked at 75 miles per hour during the first round of storms. These were trailed by another hit 3 hours later, bringing 58-mile-per-hour winds. Between the two waves, nearly 1.5 inches of rain fell on the airport. Airport officials and city leaders have not yet released an exact number of aircraft affected, though the visuals make it painfully obvious that multiple owners are now facing costly repairs or total losses. The storms didn't spare the rest of Denton. Lightning ignited an attic fire in a Southridge neighborhood home, injuring one person before firefighters got it under control. Fallen trees and power outages followed. After these messages, FAA plays it safe and extends flight restrictions into Haitian capital.
Looking for a new generation of proven and efficient aviation power plants that boast modern engineering, electronic ignition, and both direct and gear drive systems? With 100 horsepower to 240 horsepower, the Skyline and Redline engines offer uncommon value in an overpriced industry. Whether you are looking for fixed wing or rotor, MW Fly Americas has been established to service the American market with dedication and expertise. MWFlyAmericas.com. The legendary BD4C program is building an exciting future for those who want a rugged 4-seat family flyer with a proven history. The SureWings program produces a complete kit and builder assist program that gives you everything you need to be flying a BD4CS in record time. For conventional kit builders, BD Aviation has parts, partial kits, and full kits for the 190-mile-per-hour BD4C that has logged thousands of hours. Visit SureWings.com and BDAviation.com for more details.
Welcome back. FAA plays it safe, extending flight restrictions into Haitian capital. The FAA has pushed back the expiration date for the Port-au-Prince flight ban from September 8, 2025 to March 7, 2026. The restriction, originally set to last just 30 days, was implemented in November 2024 after multiple American aircraft took gunfire while attempting to land in Haiti's capital. The FAA order bars U.S. civil aviation from operating below 10,000 feet in designated Haitian airspace around Port-au-Prince. Officials cited the near-total control that armed gangs have over the capital and its access routes. Estimates now put the figure at nearly 90%. These groups continue to possess small arms and even unmanned aircraft systems, making commercial flights particularly vulnerable during approach and departure. At least one suspected shooting at a low-flying aircraft has been reported. Haiti's secondary gateways, on the other hand, remain open and have no documented history of aircraft being targeted. A handful of regional carriers, including Bahamas Air, Caicos Express, Inter-Caribbean, and local operator Sunrise Airways, continue to serve Cap Haitien in the north and Les Cayes in the south with turboprops and narrow-body jets. Sunrise even maintains a daily Miami connection. The tension is nothing new. Haiti has been mired in escalating violence since 2020 when gang warfare began destabilizing the capital. And that's our show for today. You can catch episodes of Airborne on YouTube, Roku, or Fire TV. Just search for Aero-News or Airborne. And don't forget to follow us on social media. Thanks for watching.